Spiritual heavenly meaning of the gifts given to Rivkah, Isaac's wife. Then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and all kinds of gifts from his master, got up and went to Aram Naharaim, to Nahor's city, towards evening, when the women go out to draw water. He had the camels kneel down outside the city, by the well. He said, Adonai, God of my master Abraham, please let me succeed today, and show your grace to my master Abraham. Here I am, standing by the spring, as the daughters of the townsfolk come out to draw water. I will say to one of the girls, please lower your jug, so that I can drink. If she answers, yes, drink, and I will water your camels as well, then let it be the one you intend for your servant, Yitz'chak. This is how I will know that you have shown grace to my master. Before he had finished speaking, Rivkah, the daughter of Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nachor, Abraham's brother, came out with her jug on her shoulder. The girl was very beautiful, a virgin, never having any sexual relations with any man. She went down to the spring, filled her jug, and came up. The servant ran to meet her and said, please give me a sip of water from your jug to drink. Drink, my lord, she replied, and immediately lowered her jug onto her arm and let them drink. When she was through letting him drink, she said, I will also draw water for your camels until they have drunk their fill. She quickly emptied her jug into the trough, then ran again to the well to draw water, and kept on drawing water for all his camels. The man gazed at her in silence, waiting to find out whether Adonai had made his trip successful or not. When the camels were done drinking, the man took a gold nose ring weighing 1/5 of an ounce and 2 gold bracelets weighing 4 ounces and asked, Whose daughter are you? Tell me, please. Is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night? She answered, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son Milcah bore to Nachor, adding, We have plenty of straw and fodder and room for staying overnight. The man bowed his head and prostrated himself before Adonai. Then he said, Blessed be Adonai, God of my master Abraham, who has not abandoned his faithful love for my master, because Adonai has guided me to the house of my master's kinsman. The girl ran off and told her mother's household what had happened. Bereshit, Genesis 24:10-28. A nose ring. Proverbs 25:12. Like a nose ring of gold and an ornament of the best gold is a wise man who says sharp words to an ear ready to give attention. Golden nose ring is a metaphor of the word of grace of our wise man, Yeshua HaMashiach, which is sharper than any two-edged sword, Hebrews 4:12, of which Ruach Kodesh is giving this as a gift to us, the body of Messiah. The weight, the ransom money, same weight as the ransom money paid to the Lord, so that there would be no plague among the Israelites. Exodus 30:11-16. With the ransom money that Messiah paid on our behalf, there shall be no plague. In verse 15, it says that the rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less, thus signifying all souls were equally precious in the sight of Elohim. No difference of outward circumstances could affect the state of the soul. All had sinned, and all must be redeemed by the blood of the Messiah. When the body of Yeshua HaMashiach are ready to give attention and heed the hidden message of redemption by the blood of Messiah, and just as the grace that both Jews and Gentiles are to be co-heirs of the promise, it should be like that of a golden nose ring to her, one of her most valuable ornaments. Hallelujah. The 2 bracelets of gold for Rebekah's wrists, weighing 10 shekels of gold, is the picture of the Lord becoming a jewelry adorning the body of Messiah for beauty on her wrist arm. The Lord becomes the body's ornaments of beauty and strength because of the gold, the truth of redemption by grace hidden in the law. When we use the law as the ministry of righteousness, gold, under the new covenant, telling Elohim's people how their bridegroom, Yeshua HaMashiach, had fulfilled the requirements and suffered the punishment of the law in order to forgive them and make them righteous. He wiped out the handwriting of requirements that was against us, which was contrary to us, taking it out of the way between him and us by nailing it to the cross. Colossians 2:13-14. Then he gave us the Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Spirit, the law of the Spirit and life, who adorns the body of Messiah with 2 golden bracelets, which make her beautiful and become her strength in serving the Lord. Hallelujah. Abraham being the picture of the ministry of righteousness, and Lot the ministry of condemnation. The Lord said, Lot is the result of the ministry of condemnation, without the ministry of righteousness. For believers who came under the obedience of Messiah because of the previous ministry of stone or condemnation as mentioned, if they are not being taught subsequently about how righteous they are because of Messiah's redemptive finished work, they shall end up like Lot, barely saved, that's all. They shall go by what they see, with their natural eyes, like Lot did. He only saw that the plain of Jordan was well watered everywhere, like that of the Garden of Eden, so went by his eyesight and gradually pitched as far as Sodom, totally unaware of the fact that the men of Sodom were exceedingly sinful and wicked against Adonai the Lord. Genesis 12:10-13. Surely they will be saved out of it before the final day of judgment, just as Lot and his wife and 2 daughters were snatched out of Sodom, just before its catastrophic end. But all his work shall be burnt when it is tested by fire. He will suffer loss of reward, but he himself will be saved, yet so as through fire. 1 Corinthians 3:15. But those who are taught by the grace of Elohim God, the ministry of righteousness, shall be like wise builders, who build on the foundation of Messiah's finished work on the cross, with gold, silver, and precious stones that would stand the test of fire in the end and receive their reward. 1 Corinthians 3:9-15. Hallelujah. Hallel means praise, and Yah is the first part of God's name, Yahweh. They shall be like Abraham, who was having communion with the angel of Adonai, Yeshua in his pre-incarnate form, with the 2 angels receiving the good news of having a son in the next year. Yeshua was there feasting with Abraham, while Lot positioned himself in a very dangerous place. While the world is awaiting its catastrophic doom, those who hears Yeshua knocking at the door and opens it for him, he shall come in and dine with him. That's the communion with Abraham was having with the angel of Adonai, who came visiting him by the terebinth trees of Mamre at his tent. And he who will overcome, he who believes Yeshua is the Messiah, the Son of Elohim, 1 John 5:5, the body of Messiah granted to sit with Messiah on his throne, as he also overcame and sat down with his Father on his throne. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the body today. Revelation 3:20-21.